Hey guys, I'm Nikki.
And I'm Brie.
We're best friends, moms, and obsessed with TV.
Check us out every Monday as we dissect motherhood, TV, pop culture, and whatever else derails the conversation.
It's like eavesdropping on your funniest, most unfiltered friends.
If your friends had a mic and no shame,
We're here for all of it, and honestly,
we're not mad about it.
hey Maddies, welcome back to another episode of Not Mad About It podcast. If you're new here, we typically discuss some pop culture news, give our TV recs, and discuss upcoming TV shows. But this week we have a very special and exciting episode for you guys. We have Jill Badlotto joining us today. She is our millennial mother, keeping us fed. Jill, that's what the youth calls giving content.
Yes, I've
But
learned that.
Yeah. So you do all our favorite millennial shows. You keep up with our favorite millennial actors, and you're like all in the Bravo universe.
Love Bravo, yes.
How are
Yeah.
you doing it all? Like,
I know.
and you're a mom.
Yes, and I'm a mom.
Well,
I
that's
just
why you could do it all, because you're a mom. So true.
exactly. I just consume a lot of pop culture, probably too much pop culture.
It's your hobby.
Yes.
How long have you been creating content on your page for? When did you start?
So I started with TikTok a couple of years ago, but I never really did anything serious with it. I would just kind of post random videos. I would say probably in the last year and a half, I really started consistently posting content. I kind of wanted to figure out what did I want to do with it? Even could I do anything with it? Do people really care about Laguna Beach and the hills? And people do, which is very exciting.
It's very niche, but it's very, there's a big audience here.
Yes.
I feel like how I found your content was you were doing a video recapping, I think, Holly Madison from The Girls Next Door on a podcast. And I was like, oh my God, this is exactly what I'm looking for. This is the kind of content I need to be served. I need to know what Holly Madison is up to. And then of course I'm just I love your page. I love all your videos, but it's such a great mix of that nostalgia that we were talking about before we recorded. And then we said also Summer House, other reality shows, and you also recap just things that are going on in the news that are not necessarily being picked up by every creator. I just feel like your page is so niche. You have such a viewpoint. I really love your videos. And especially during Tell Me Lies, the content that you were putting out during Tell Me Lies was 100 out of 10. Obsessed. I actually think we were referencing it a lot on this podcast. It was our news source.
I feel honored.
I kind of miss the Tell Me Lies era and all the theories and all of us just
Right.
being absolutely insane on the internet.
Counting down the seconds for it to be over because it was so toxic, and now she wants it back.
I totally get that. It was it was a love-hate because I loved the show. And especially that was when we were in college. So it felt so nostalgic. The music, they just hit everything so right. But oh my God, was Lucy so frustrating.
I know.
Yeah, we went
felt
hard
the same
on
way.
her.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
I mean, Steven, I felt he was just a lost cause. He's psychotic, he's narcissistic. But Lucy, I was I know that she really does mean well and she wants better for herself. You want to squeeze her.
And help her out.
Yes.
Was there a moment in pop culture or TV where you were okay, I have to get down to business on my page and take this serious because I need to talk about this whether anybody is listening or not. I have to get my thoughts out there.
Ooh, that's a really good question. I'll go back and do old reality TV shows, and sometimes I'm I don't think that anyone's really going to remember this or care about this. And there was MTV's True Life. I don't know if you guys ever watched it.
Obsessed.
Yeah, so obsessed. So I really, really wanted to do, because I'll do Where Are They Nows on, reality TV stars. And I really, really wanted to do True Life, but I was so worried that nobody was going to care about that because it happened a bajillion years ago. You can't really find the episodes. So, and it takes a lot of work to kind of look into these people and then
Literally
track them down.
Investigator.
Yes, I know. It sounds super stalkerish, and it kind of is. And I was on a podcast last week, and I talked about this, but if the person doesn't acknowledge it in some sort of way, or like they're private on social media, I won't make a video on them. And there have been times where I've reached out and I've asked them like, hey, are you okay if I make a video on you? Because there was a lot of like tough topics in True Life.
Totally. Yeah. Or they might not want to be found.
Exactly. So it's a lot of work. And so I was like so worried that people were just going to be like, I don't even remember this. Like, I can't believe you're digging this up. But thankfully it went over well. But because I really wanted to do True Life.
The people who want to be found, like, will be found. They'll make themselves available to you.
Yes.
So
yes.
true. Do you think that as millennials, do you think that like our generation is more nostalgic than others? Or do you think we're just like the loudest on the internet, so it feels like we are just like, just how we grew up was like the best? Or you think every generation feels that way?
That's a really great question. I think that maybe because we're so vocal online, we could seem more nostalgic. But I also remember like being a kid, and this is like how I know that I'm getting old. Like, I remember being a kid and my mom being like, back in the 60s, this was so cool and this was so cool. And I was like, yeah, okay. And now I'm like telling my kids, like, back in the 90s, back in the early 2000s, you know what I mean? Like,
Totally.
I think that we are just very like vocal about it. Also, we like grew with the internet. And so I think that there's so much in our like pop culture that is big and defining for a generation. So I think
There's
we
so
have a
much to
lot of
talk
big
about.
things. Yeah. I mean, we saw like the rise of reality television. We saw like the internet, social media really explode, you know?
I know. It is
So
crazy.
Brie, you say that, and it reminds me of my in-laws when like iPads first came to be. They got an iPad, and every time we would come home, they'd be like, John, my husband, could you set up the iPad and get us on YouTube? We want to listen to some Leonard Skinner. So, like, Brie, to answer your question, not that you were asking me, but everybody is nostalgic in their own ways. So, like, they're trying to grow a little bit with the iPad, but they still have their same oldies on, and that is going to be us, like, in whatever kind of robot Alexa comes into our universe. We're going to be
I
like,
know.
Alexa, play Chapel Roan, Pink Pony Club. And our kids are going to be like, Mom, what the hell is this?
You're so right.
Exactly.
Besides like just being millennials, another thing that Nikki and I love to do is like kind of like comparisons. Like you're either this type of person or you're that type of person. I thought it'd be fun if we did like a this or that millennial edition. So the first one that I have is, when you were growing up, did you have a razor for a cell phone, or were you like a sidekick girly?
I was a razor, but I wanted a sidekick so badly.
Jill, me too. The way that people would flick that thing open,
know.
like the sound, I could still hear it. I could still feel it in my fingertips. The flip of the razor doesn't do the same.
No, it
What
doesn't.
color
I
did you
think
have?
like, oh, it was pink.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I think like I'm going to be on like my deathbed, and that's going to be my one life regret, is that I was never a sidekick girly.
And that's not your fault. That's your parents doing a
Exactly.
terrible job.
We blame your
Exactly.
parents.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Yeah, Mom. She gets a lot of heat on this podcast. So, Mom, another thing she didn't let me have free.
TV, sidekick.
TV, cable, a sidekick, Sophie shorts. We did this last episode. My mom would not let me wear Sophie pants.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I know.
was
And
really
like what other
trauma.
shorts could you even wear if you weren't wearing Sophie shorts?
No, like big Adidas ones with like the stripe and the buttons up the
Or
side.
like lacrosse shorts?
That is criminal.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
mom, I remember like going to the movies was like the cool thing to do in my town.
allowed
And
to do
so
that.
God, you poor thing.
She's going to say I'm lying. This is all true.
Wait, you guys need to have her like come on the podcast, and so
Oh,
she
she would
can give
love.
her
And-
side
and
of
fact
things,
check.
you know? And
She
fact
just has
check
like
it.
a
Exactly.
clipboard of everything you've said on the podcast, Nikki, and she's like, "Let me explain this one."
With like physical evidence, footage showing how I'm wrong, all the times that I went to the movies in my Sophie shorts.
My mom, like, I had white Sophie shorts and I wanted pink Sophie shorts so
Wow.
badly. She dyed them for me. And
Oh.
I've never been on such a high, like,
Wow.
since wearing those.
She was making up for the lack of the sidekick.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
That is so sweet. This next question is not a this or that, but I want to know, were you a live journal kid? Like, did you have a live journal? Do you know what that is?
Yes. And yes, I had a live journal. Oh my God, I updated that thing like my life depended on it.
Instagram is her live journal of 2026.
That's so true.
You were
so
a
true.
writer though?
Yes.
You
Oh,
were a
I
writer
went
girl?
like depth, in depth, like everything that I did that weekend. I remember writing like what I got for Christmas, and I remember like I would put the song lyrics of like how I was feeling as the subject. Oh, I was so into live journal.
Me
I
too.
was a
I was
reader. You were a writer or a reader, Brie?
What do you mean?
Like you could read people's live journals.
Oh
like,
no, I was a writer. I had my own, yeah, I had my own live journal. I would like make friends through live journal. You could kind of like comment or like find, I don't remember how, but you could find people, and I was like making friends through live journal, which is so sketchy. That's why I love Threads.
No,
Oh my
Brie.
God. Wow.
I love Threads too.
It's the best. I like talk about it on the podcast all the time. Then I say like don't follow us on Threads because it's such a safe space for me to just like word dump all of my thoughts that are like they don't all hit. They're not all bangers, but it's just things that I have to get out, and you know, maybe somebody will give it a double tap.
It's like live journal.
It is. Okay, this or that is a big one, but were you a Hollister girl or Abercrombie?
Ooh. I would say more Abercrombie, but I did love Hollister too.
What were you, Nikki?
I dabbled in both for sure.
I was such a Hollister girl. Like,
I can see that.
I thought I was like cooler because I shopped at Hollister and like not Abercrombie. Like I was different, you know.
You wanted
But
to be
it's-
on Laguna Beach. Like that's where you thought you were.
I was double poloing like every single day, 2 collars popped. Yeah. Yep.
Wow, you had your pukas.
Yep. I had my, oh my God, I had my pukas. I had my denim skirt, like the works.
Wow.
Have you been in a Hollister lately?
No, but I'm not opposed. Have you?
I have. So at our local mall has a Hollister, and so I went inside. It's so bright and airy, and
Oh,
I'm
really?
like, yes, and I'm
That's
like,
so
no,
different
no, no,
than what it
no.
was back in the day.
Yeah, you're not supposed to see like 10 feet in front of you, you know? It's very different.
Oh, is it still like a smell will give you a headache from 10 miles away?
No.
Really?
I mean, yeah, you're supposed to walk in and get a perfume contact high,
Yeah.
and that's gone.
Are you greeted by a shirtless man?
I was not greeted, but also they're
Wow.
probably like, this is someone's mom.
They're like, go way in the back. On
Yeah.
just millennial core theme, we do have the Laguna Beach reunion coming out in a few weeks, which I'm so excited about. But do you think that we would ever get like a Laguna Beach reality show today? Or it was like such a moment in time, would be so inappropriate if we had like this high school reality teen drama, underage drinking? Like, do you think there's ever a chance for something like that to make a return?
I don't think so. And if you like go and like watch Laguna Beach, it's like not a lot really happens. Like, I mean, I love Laguna Beach is like one of my favorite reality TV shows, but I think what worked about it was that it was like the first of its kind. We had never seen anything like that. And also I know the cast has said like they really didn't think that it was going to ever air. They thought it would become nothing. So they like were like, whatever, we'll drink, we'll do this. Who cares? It's not
Yeah, who
going
cares?
anywhere, like they were so unaware. And I just think that with social media and with people becoming like celebrities when they're on a reality TV show, that's just so impossible to happen again.
I also think people are becoming celebrities now on TikTok. Like,
You're
would
so right.
teenagers, like, we loved to watch these people on Laguna Beach just because we were like in our houses. Like, it was
Yeah.
so different for us. I don't know why we like loved watching these people who were semi our age on TV.
Yeah.
Would that target demo now, 15, 16, 17, would they even care to watch other people their age?
I mean,
on
they
a
would rather
TV
watch,
show?
they like to watch people play video games. A TV show would be like too much. It would be too long format for them to like hold their attention, you know? It's like just scroll clips. Yeah, I guess it's just like so different now.
And the underage drinking, Brie, I don't think would
Would
like,
never fly.
Yeah.
Now, I do want to switch gears a little bit to somebody who I think is a millennial, but Taylor Frankie Paul has been all in the news this week. There's like been a lot of speculation on if The Bachelorette is going to like pull her season or not. And for the audience, I do just want to say we are recording this a little bit earlier than normal. So if there's like some sort of like breaking news that happens over the weekend, you know, this is before any of that happened. But a lot of people are saying that like they should pull the season. And then Taylor Frankie Paul went on Good Morning America. She's continuing on with the press tour. So I feel like that's ABC taking a stand, saying like, we are standing by TFP. We are going to air this season. Do you like, are you still going to watch?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't think so. Like, it feels wrong to watch, you know? And I hate that these words are coming out of my mouth because I am like so on the woman's side that like to a fault. But, and I don't think that Dakota is like a good person. You know, I think from what I've seen, he's pretty terrible too. But if this was a man, like everyone would be saying like, you got to pull it. You know, I mean, the allegations are really, really serious. And it just feels like on her press tour, I don't know if like ABC is not like, I'm like, ABC, like help her out. I mean, her answers to the questions are just, I'm like, do you realize like what is out there? This is serious.
And it's not the first time too, which is like another huge thing. It is very serious. Yeah.
But it's also sad to watch that ABC is just like putting Taylor Frankie Paul in the spotlight, knowing she's going to have to answer these questions or be prepared to like have them asked. And then knowing that like she's already struggling clearly with her mental health and her life, and she should like wants to be around her kids. Like this is only taking her away from that and like taking her away from healing or like resolving any issues that like she's going through in her personal life. It just feels wrong that like we now know all this stuff is going on behind the scenes and they're pushing her in front of the spotlight to promote this show that at this point like she has other things that are more important than The Bachelorette. Like, it just feels wrong.
It does. And I also feel like they took the risk on her because they knew that she is, you know, a little, I don't know.
Chaotic.
The proper word to put it. I don't want to like, you know, but she has a lot of drama. And I think that, yes. And I think that that's why they picked her. But also with that comes this, you know, it's not like this came out of nowhere. So so I mean, they had to know that this could have happened, especially when this season of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is airing, like right before The Bachelorette, which also doesn't make sense because it's like we see on it her still, you know, entwined with Dakota, and it's like, well,
how could we take this serious?
Yeah. We've already seen spoilers of the whole season. It's like, I mean, that's like the least important part of everything, but the whole point of having a show is to not have it spoiled. Right. We know how it ends, and we know how it ends after it ends, and it's not good.
Yeah. I don't understand it.
Even if they, regardless if they move forward or like if they air it, if they don't air it, I think having Taylor Frankie Paul at least on The Bachelorette, having filmed the season, has maybe opened the door for ABC to consider bringing on like other people in pop culture or reality TV to have on as contestants, like just seeing like all the discourse online about it, which for that I won't be mad about if they have people on that we know. Like I saw somebody say Sierra would be like an incredible Bachelorette, like what a season that would be, like perfect candidate, assuming she's like not dating anybody. But maybe that will be something that we get moving forward from ABC, whether they air this or not. Or they never want to touch reality TV stars again because it's so unpredictable. I don't know.
Yeah. Imagine the meetings that they're having. I can't, like, their jobs have to be...
Panic.
Ugh, that is tough.
Panicking.
But it's also like, why was she on GMA if she didn't even give anything? Like,
Nothing.
There was no accountability, their favorite word. Like, she's just saying, like, it's very heavy. Like, yes, it is, but... What was the point of her going on other than to say, like, the season's still coming out?
I know. I think that was maybe that was it, you know?
Yeah, that was it for sure. Let's move on to some Bravo topics before we get into Summer House. And I want to start off with a little question. Instead of, like, F, marry, kill, I was thinking we could do cancel, recast, or renew. And I'll give you 3 shows, and you can pick one to cancel, one show to recast, or one show that you would renew. The options are Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Southern Charm, or Beverly Hills.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I would renew Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. They're so great. Yeah. Wouldn't even touch them.
Yep.
Gosh. I would cancel Southern Charm.
Ooh.
And I would recast Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
You would say, Brie?
I agree with you. I think so too.
Interesting.
Yeah. Do you think that Southern Charm is going to like move in the direction of Summer House kind of where we see they're like ushering in a new generation of a cast, they're splitting off in the city? Like, do you think that is on the horizon for Southern Charm, or they're going to ride out Craig, Austin, Shep drama for like as long as they possibly can?
Honestly, I think that they're probably going to write out like the Shep, Austin, and Craig drama, because even though like I'm sick of it and so many people are sick of it, I think it does bring in like the views. I think so that too. Craig has such a huge fan base. I mean, I'm not kidding. When I was at BravoCon, like I had stood to the side and I just was like catching my breath, and I heard literal screaming, like Harry Styles had walked in the room, and it was Craig and Shep, and they were being escorted by these like security guards, and the girls were just...
What age were the girls?
Were
they like 40s?
They were all different ages. Like there were some in like their 20s, 30s, and then there were definitely like older women. I mean, they're universally like thirsted for.
They really are.
Don't understand.
It's so crazy. We're like not obviously Craig's biggest fans over here. We're pretty hard on him.
I know.
And anytime we post clips hating on him, the people that come out of I'm like, they're like, Craig, we love you. You keep doing what you're doing. You're a star, sweetie. I'm like, these have to be bots. Like, who?
It's nuts.
Yeah, it's nuts.
What?
It is nuts. I get the same thing. Like, I called out Craig, and I've like defended Craig in the past when like Austin and Shep were hard on him when like he was in his relationship with Paige and stuff. But recently, like I thought him yelling at Sally and Vanita, like, sorry, that's inexcusable. And the comments that I got were wild.
Unhinged.
You monster.
Yeah.
And also, Andy loves them. Like, he has a soft spot for them. Like, I think he wants to keep them around. And like you said, I think Southern Charm, even if we're all frustrated with it, like, they have an audience, and it's not going anywhere. Like, they've stood the test of time. Like, they're going to keep going for sure.
I agree.
Is there a Bravo show that you think is, like, the most underrated right now, or, like, deserves more attention?
I thought the Valley Persian Style was really good. I don't know if you guys watched that.
I didn't, but I did watch Shaw's. But my plate is so full. I put it on for like a second. It was also when Vanderpump came out, so I was trying to make everything work, and they just all kind of fell off. But you were enjoying it?
Yes, I loved it. So they just ended the first season, and it just felt like very real. They did not feel like they were putting on a show. Yeah. And it was cool to see, like, that they took a break. Like, I think Shaw's got to a very, very dark place.
Yeah.
And now they came back, seeing, like, their home lives and their careers. And the cast also, you can tell, is actually friends, which I think makes a huge difference.
Yeah,
it does.
That's such a good point. But like, can some of these other shows, Mormon Wives, take a note and give these ladies like a break, give them a beat, a chance to regroup?
I know.
And Shaw's got very toxic, like you said. And Mike didn't return, right, for Valley?
No.
So they kind of cut the toxicity out, which maybe seems like we might have to do a little bit of that in other shows.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Totally.
I'm glad they didn't have him back.
That's what happens with a lot of these shows, that it gets to the point where it becomes unenjoyable to watch because it gets too dark. Like, that's why we all love Summer House, because it's like fun. They're friends. They're laughing. Like, they're silly. Like, there is the Amanda and Kyle like undertone of like kind of watching this marriage fall apart, but even they are finding joy this summer with each other, with everybody else. Like, it makes such a big difference when like Mormon Wives, I can't even finish. I haven't even been able to finish the season because
I
I'm
don't
just
want
like,
to put it on.
no.
Same.
I'm like, we need to help them. Like I almost feel like we need to like not support the show so that they realize like, hey, like everybody doesn't feel okay with like what's going on. Let's take a beat for a second. Like
Yeah.
it's tough.
I agree. And Summer House is like I think they are such a good example of that. You can have tough conversations and tough things going on, divorce, sobriety, like they talk about race, and you can have these conversations and you can have this conflict, and it doesn't have to be like dark, you know?
And there's resolve, which we don't see that in Southern Charm. We do see that in Summer House.
Let's get into this week's episode of Summer House because it's just like week after week, like banger episode after banger episode. Even just watching them sit around playing Spin the Bottle, I would have watched 45 minutes of that, like daring each other. You feel happy when you watch it. And starting with the Spin the Bottle, which is like actually really cute that they decided to play that, even though they made it truth or dare. It feels like innocent, even if, you know, things are going to get weird. But I was surprised at how many people were making out during this game.
Yeah.
I know.
Who did we have? We had Bailey and Ben.
Yes. Which,
biggest
they kept
stuff.
saying full circle this episode, Nikki, and that was the title of our episode last week. But that was like the theme of this Summer House episode,
So
was
happy
full
to
circle
see that.
moments. Me too. And like, it wasn't that serious at the end of the day, what Bailey said about Ben. If this was Salt Lake City and a comment like that was made, we would be talking about that for the rest of the season.
The definition of kiss and make up. I love it.
Yes,
Exactly.
literally kiss and make up.
We also had Levi and Jesse share a little smooch.
Yeah, that was kind of awkward.
That
thought it was
was,
so awkward.
he like grabbed her hair.
It didn't look great. Wait, but the funniest makeout of all was Amanda and Kyle making
my
out,
God,
and that was like the highlight of his life. Maybe he was like, "Oh my God, maybe she loves me."
He walked away with boner.
Yeah. Yeah.
It actually like,
He
made
was
me
like
feel.
had the pillow.
That was so, they're like, ew.
I know. Also, last episode, they kind of teased a moment in this episode where we see Wes kind of like rubbing Sierra's leg and like scooching his chair closer to her. And we were so excited thinking that maybe this was going to be the beginning of like their relationship coming back together. But watching it now in the moment in the episode, like Sierra was pissed. Like Wes dragged his chair over to her and she looked directly into the camera like, is this guy for real?
Well, he was like a hiccuping, like drunk mess.
He's a drunk slob.
She's like, all right, like let's chat maybe.
Right. Yeah. It was not a good look for Wes.
No, and then he woke up with like such regret. Like, you know when you wake up and you don't remember anything and people start telling you about what you
anxiety.
did? Yeah, you had
Anxiety.
anxiety. But I feel like Wes' anxiety was not about making Sarah feel uncomfortable. I think it was about like how the audience was going to perceive him like acting like that towards Sarah. 'Cause, like it's more about it was caught on camera as opposed to the act itself.
Yeah, I also feel like when the whole like Sarah and Wes thing happened, Wes really took it hard with how he was like perceived and the things that were said about him, and I think he's probably burned by that and probably very, very afraid for something like that to happen again, which I can't blame. Like what he did to Sarah, he did my girl dirty, and I'm obsessed with Sarah, so like
know.
you will never be forgiven for that. But I also think that like West is a good guy, you know, and I think he probably is just so afraid of something like that happening again.
And he's just such a bro. Like he is just a bro that can't speak words and say his feelings. And that's why
Yeah.
he can only like rub her back drunkenly and have these conversations when he's drunk. And all Sierra wants, like I think he would make a lot of headway if he just had a sober conversation with her. But he is just not able to share his thoughts and feelings, clearly.
I feel like they even said it when Lindsay comes to the house, and it was like Lindsay, Mia, Amanda, and Sierra talking, and they were all talking in a circle, and they were saying, I think Mia was like, oh, I think Wes is like in love with you. And Sierra, I think, even says like, okay, but he will never tell me that. And like
Exactly
that's
it.
the
Yep.
biggest problem in their relationship. Like she loves Wes and like I feel like would be with him in a second, but she knows that he can't be the person that she needs him to be, even if she wants him so bad. Like it's just like such a hard dynamic the two of them have, and it's like we're all rooting for them, but at the same time I'm like I don't think it's it. Like I don't think that they could be it for each other.
I think that she feels the same way. I think that she's almost
I
like
know.
rooting for them, but like can't get
Let
there.
herself go there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jill, do you think that they're dating in real life like a lot of people are speculating right now?
I don't know. I don't,
know.
it's like, it's so hard because there's so many rumors around like West. Like you'll see West spotted with like a brunette, West spotted with
Right.
this blonde girl, West and Amanda. Like it's, so it's, I don't know. I mean, I think that they are really good friends. And I think that's probably why they like also love each other so much because you can just tell that they get along so well. So it could be that they're just friends. Like the toxic side of me wants them to be together because I just think they look so cute.
They
but
are.
I don't think that he can give her the commitment that she wants.
Totally.
I think if they were together in real life, we would know it. And we wouldn't
Yes.
be asking questions.
You're so right because look at KJ and Dara. Like they're dating in real life. There's no teasing, wait for the reunion. They're just like openly and outwardly in love with each other. And I love that we get to see hopefully the rest of the season their relationship like really blossom. And then it's also so nice knowing that in real life they do love each other. Do you think that KJ started dating her and that's why she gets cast on the show later in the season? Or do you think she really was introduced at that singles party? She was gonna join the cast and she just so happened to hit it off with KJ.
I think that she was cast. That's like kind of the vibe that I got. Also, I remember, I feel like there were rumors that she was joining like a while, like when they first started filming. So
Yeah.
I think that she was cast because I also feel like if she was just KJ's like, like girlfriend, a girl that KJ met, then she would be like introduced to us that way and that would be it. I don't know why Bravo would like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
push like, oh, she's a cast member.
Why is KJ inviting her to spend the night?
That I was curious about. Like, I don't know if maybe Bravo's like testing people, like seeing how certain people go, because like with like Levi is in the house and she's a cast member, but she's like, I mean, has she had any confessionals? I think she's had like
The first episode.
Yeah. So it's like, where's Levi? Like, what are they
Where's
doing with
Levi?
Levi?
That's what we want to know. Does Dara have a cutout?
Well, I don't think Dara has a cutout. That's a good point, Nikki. And also, when she was introduced to us, the audience, at that singles party, I thought it was really weird that we didn't see her like meet the girls in that episode. We just saw her like come in as Wes' friend, and we didn't see her like talk to anybody except for Lindsay, who's not a full-time cast member this season. So I was just like, okay, it was a very like weird introduction, and then now leading into her being like half on, like half off the show. But
Yeah,
it
I
looks
think
like
she
we're gonna
might-
get a lot more of her.
Yeah, because they're like hot and heavy now, which I'm not mad about.
Not
I
mad
love
about
them
that.
together.
Also, this episode, we got a lot of like flashbacks to other moments that were happening in the city. And we got a whole scene of Kyle and Amanda in their apartment in New York City where Kyle is talking about how he's about to like get a manager for his DJ. Like it's really about to lift off. And the look on Amanda's face was disgust, honestly. Like she was like, is this guy kidding me? And I feel like that scene alone shows like just a huge divide in their relationship where Kyle thinks that Amanda just like knows that he's working hard, he's doing this for them, he has a lot of debt, he has to pay off all these bills, and Amanda's like, well, you don't like talk to me about any of that, you just kind of like live your life and then get mad when I'm not supportive. Like I feel like that scene in particular like really showed how like they don't communicate.
No dialogue. He said, she's like, oh, so you're telling me that what's going to happen is that you're going to go and DJ and not be home.
And the manager part, he's like, oh, I didn't tell you, but I'm close to signing with a manager. It's like, you didn't tell your wife that you're in talks with a manager?
I know.
Right. for this job that was supposed to be like for a couple months to get a couple extra bucks and Loverboy in some places, and now you're full blown DJ. That's like a career change. That might be something you want to discuss with your wife. She looks done though. That was the final nail in his coffin. That was it.
Yeah. Do you think that if Kyle had a girlfriend that was more like in the party scene and she was kind of the life of the party, that he would like that? Or he would be like, wait, now like I'm not center of attention. I don't know if he had it, if it would actually like fulfill him the way that he imagines. Do you think he would?
That's a good question.
I think he would like it because it would give him the permission to do what he's doing, which is not what he's getting with Amanda.
Do you guys think he's going to go like stereotypical 22-year-old girl for his next girlfriend?
Totally. I do. Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's going the Scott Disick route where he's just going to be single forever. He's going to date young girlfriend, like Leo DiCaprio. They age out. They want something more serious. Another young girlfriend. Like, I actually think he likes to do whatever he wants, and like he'll find people that are okay with that, and then once they want something more serious, he'll be like, okay, next.
He's definitely not looking for another wife.
No.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Carl and Bailey? Do you ship?
I kind of do.
Same.
I do.
Me too. I feel like they're both like just sweet, like a little quirky, a little awkward, like good intention adults. And I love that they went on a date in this episode. And we know that Bailey, I think, I don't know if she went on a podcast or she was talking to the virtual reality guys, saying that like they've been vibing, like even post season.
I love it.
I love it too.
I love that for Carl. And Bailey, we don't really know her yet, but she seems really sweet, and she seems, I don't know how old she is, but she seems emotionally mature. Like she can have conversations that Carl is able to also reciprocate.
I agree. That scene where she called him, I was like,
"Oh, hey, girl."
Bailey, like, I mean, she's so pretty, but when she was sitting there, I was like, that is a model. Like, oh my God. Bailey.
Every time so forward and like call this. What if she just called Carl up?
Yeah.
And said she missed him.
Okay, let's get some lunch.
I know. And I was watching it with my mom, and my mom looked at me. She's like, is that going to be a thing? I was like, I don't know, but I'm hoping so.
I hope so.
So cute.
So cute. And how like nice for Carl to feel pursued. Like I feel like he's always kind of like, you know, he's just like nice guy finished last vibes recently. He probably felt so good being like, oh, she's interested in me? Like, okay, why not? Yeah, I still got it.
I agree.
So true. Also, barely talked about Lindsay coming in this episode. So sorry, but I've seen some people say online that she was like almost like trying a little too hard to like to self-produce this episode. Like I always find when Lindsay comes on, like I love having her there. I think she's so funny. She's so quick and witty. I don't mind her moving storylines along and producing a little bit. Like we need somebody to do that.
She's only here for a limited time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's gotta work.
Yes, exactly. Anytime Lindsay Hubbard is like speaking, I'm listening. I feel like it's important. I'm like, oh, taking notes. Like I think
So
she
true.
knows what to deliver. And I also think that that's also her. I think she's very vocal. She'll tell you how it is. It feels true to who she is.
Were you dying when she was talking to Carl? Hello, Carl. Like he was just like oh, you got a haircut? No, nothing new. Like, oh my God, it was so funny.
Did you see that video where she like gave Carl a birthday gift?
No.
Did you see that? So it was like Carl's birthday, and she was like, Carl, I have a birthday gift for you. And it was all of his old mail that was delivered at their old place.
Oh my God. Did he laugh?
Oh, he was dying. Like
Yeah,
the both
he's
of
such a
them
good
were laughing.
sport.
He's
Such a good
such a
sport.
good sport.
Oh my
And,
God.
like-
Because she's like kind of mean and scary.
If she yelled at me, I would cry.
Oh my God. She like low-key has yelled at us on Instagram and like we're like, oh my God, like tail between our leg.
Lindsay?
Mother Hubbard. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, she has. Yeah,
We've rubbed Mother Hubbard the wrong way a few times.
Not like saying anything about her, but I guess just like speculating on things in the show. She's just like sticking up for her friends. Like, okay,
She
like,
should.
we said something about her and Carl, like maybe they could come back to a friendship, and she was like, haha, like no.
Yeah, we work together. I'm like, okay.
We're like, okay, so sorry to bother you.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, Mom.
Yeah, my bad, Mom.
You're right.
But this episode ends with Kyle's birthday dinner, and the fact that he's 43 for some reason, like, really caught me by surprise.
Did you think he
Why?
was going to be older or younger?
Like, I guess I knew he was in his 40s, but just hearing it out loud and then looking around at the rest of the cast, I'm like, oh my God, what's going on here?
And
With
he's
his
9
scarf?
years older. Yes, the scarf was more jarring than the age.
Than the age. Seriously.
Someone needs to tap Kyle, though, for like a skincare line because
He
he
really does.
he really, really looks great. Like 43 isn't old, but he does not look 43. I don't
Yeah.
know why. Like a men's skincare line needs to tap him as an ambassador because
Oh, maybe who was just on Not Skinny, Brie? Jesse Metcalf?
Oh, Jesse Metcalf. Yeah.
Metcalf?
I think so.
Metcalf.
Is that how
Yeah,
you
he
say
has
it?
a new skincare line.
Re-
He's in his
he needs to
50s,
call up
and,
Kyle.
Yeah, Neutral it's called.
wait, he's in his 50s?
I think so.
No.
Please look that up.
I have to look that up right now.
Maybe he's like
What?
48,
He can't be 50.
47?
Wasn't he?
He's
Wasn't
47.
he in Sheena Shea's book? Oh, okay.
Yes.
47. Yeah.
Okay,
He was
sorry.
on the list.
40.
Thanks for fact checking, Brie.
Yeah.
You know, we're always spitting.
We never spread misinformation around here.
Never.
So the episode ends at Kyle's birthday dinner, which very tame party for Kyle. I mean, I feel like every season it's like a huge blowout where like he's walking around with his like ass out for 3 hours,
Yeah.
like drinking from a funnel off the balcony. So, you know, maybe he is like he's feeling 40 that he just has like a little sweet dinner.
It's coming next episode.
Oh, is it?
He has a
What did they do?
party.
Okay.
They dress
yeah.
up like old people.
Oh my
Oh, is
God,
that
those
next episode?
previews.
Yes, when they're all dressed up as old people, that's Kyle's party. I watch on if you go on Bravo, you'll see like scenes from it. They like put out scenes from it, and it's Kyle's birthday
wow.
party.
Okay, that tracks.
That's
so
Brie counting her chickens before they hatch, saying that Kyle's like so in moderation. So
I
well
thought
behaved.
the same thing. I was like, "What? Kyle's birthday is like a big thing every summer house season."
Yeah, it's like a huge party. Now, when Kyle asked Amanda for a sip of her lychee martini, do you think that he was asking her in a tone where like he was afraid of her? Or do you think he was asking her as like, give me a sip of that drink?
He said his exact quote was, "Is there a world where I could have a sip of your lychee martini?" Is there any world in which your husband could take one sip of your drink?
I thought it was interesting he asked her that because he won't ask her about having a completely different career change where he's not going to be around on the weekends, but he's
Fabulous
going to
point.
tread lightly when it comes to her martini. Like, I think we're asking the wrong questions here, Kyle.
Totally. Brie
Jill, you
thinks
are
that he
so right.
Brie thinks that he was like terrified of her, and I said like the way that he looked at her was so stern, like, Amanda, like, don't do this right now at the table. When she was like, "Are you going to behave?" and he was like, "Yes."
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, "Oh, okay, Dad."
yeah.
It's just
I
like
feel
their relationship
Kyle-
at this point.
Yeah, I feel like Kyle is like really going through it this summer.
Yeah, he is.
Like, you know, I know Amanda is too, obviously, like dealing with her marriage, you know, crumbling, but it feels like Kyle is going through more than just his, and I don't know like what it is because apparently him and Carl like get physical,
Yeah.
and it just, I don't know, it there's something about Kyle this season that doesn't feel like Kyle. I don't know what
You're
it
right.
is.
I think it's the Lover Boy. Like, he did mention putting all that money into Lover Boy. I don't think that it's as successful as he wants it to be. I think it's his age, probably.
Yeah.
And like the fact that his marriage is falling apart, and like, where should you be at 43? I think he's just like fully imploding. And I think Amanda's so calm and cool because she's like kind of checked out already.
Yeah, I think she's checked out too.
And Kyle's like, "Oh shit." Like,
Yeah, he
panicking
could feel
now.
it. He could feel it.
Yeah.
Well, a conversation starts at the table because everyone's asking KJ about his relationship with Dara. And for some reason, everybody decides that they need to give KJ advice on like how to move forward in his relationship. Like, don't love bomb her. And I feel like KJ at that point was like in one ear, out the other. Don't need to worry about me and Dara. Like, I've got it on lock. But the conversation at the table shifts so quickly because Sierra and Wes start talking about how when Wes did the New York Times article and how like that really had such an impact on Sierra and just like the rest of their relationship and even coming back to friends moving forward, like that really changed things for her. And Wes said, he kind of like in the moment didn't really think about what he was saying and how that was going to affect her because he just felt like, oh, if I don't say anything bad about Sierra, like this won't blow back on her. And then he finally realized, oh, it doesn't actually matter like what you say about somebody. If your name is like being spoken about in the press, like you're gonna get hate. And he experienced it himself. And he kind of gave Sierra like an apology, which is crazy that was like 2 years ago. And Sierra like never has had closure fully from this situation because Wes has yet to give her like an extremely heartfelt apology. And I still feel like this wasn't it. Like this apology was not it from him. Do you think that he finally like got through to her and maybe they can move on from that New York Times article?
I don't know. When Sierra sat with Mia and Lindsay and Amanda and she had said like, Lindsay was like, there is no world in which Carl and I would ever get back together. And Sierra was kind of like, well, kind of like didn't say it to that extreme, but said like he would have to make insane changes for that to happen. I feel like it just shows like how she's still hurt over that New York Times article, and I do not blame her at all because I can't imagine like getting, the way that Wes was like so into her, them having a relationship, him ending it, and then he's in the New York Times, like talking about it.
I do think that maybe Sierra got closure from this conversation once and for all because she finally said to Wes, like, you have to understand like your implications of like speaking about me as a Black woman, a person of color in the press. She's like, I was already the first Black person on Summer House. Now I'm dating white men publicly on Summer House. Like, and now you're kind of like bad mouthing me in the New York Times, like saying, oh, wasn't that serious? Like dogging me in the press. She said like, I'm getting like racially driven comments. It's just like a different level of pressure and feedback that West and everybody in the cast does not even have to think about or worry about. And I feel like Sierra being so vulnerable to say that to the whole table and also for KJ and Mia to be there to back her up was like such a much needed moment for the cast. And I think also for the viewers, for us to realize like, hey guys, like we all like to speculate and talk about everything, but it's different for everybody. Like KJ and Sierra and Mia are dealing with things that like we would not have to deal with. We are not in their shoes. And hearing them like all talk about it together, like I was like, oh my God, thank you for sharing. And also like, I'm so sorry that this is what you have to go through and like what you have been going through. And also KJ now feeling the weight and like the pressure of being on Summer House, it just shows that like they have to navigate the show entirely differently than everybody else does. And I just felt like it was like so important for them to just like get that out there in a very genuine, authentic way. Like nobody was planning on having that conversation at the table before dinner.
Yeah, I think that was on Sierra's heart and mind for so long. And like you said, Brie, I think everything was so layered. I don't think all of her hurt is just that she loved West so much and he dogged her. Like there's so many layers there that we can't understand, that they can't understand. And I think that maybe that's why the apology isn't as genuine as you might have wanted, because Wes still can't understand. He could be sorry, but he can never understand or empathize the same way that we can't. Like it doesn't clock the same. So there's going to be no apology, I think, that Wes could really ever give her that will suffice, because I think the hurt is so deep, and that's why she still can't move on from it. It's just so much more than just West not liking
Breaking
her
up with her.
anymore. Yeah.
So true.
No, absolutely. And I don't think like, I think when Wes had said that he, went out and did that article that, he was naive to the way that all of this works. He just thought, oh, I'll get my side across and that's, it. And I don't think that he meant to dog her or, but I'm so glad that she said that, because not only just for like West and the people at that table, but like you said, like the viewers too, because I feel like the black women and the black men on Bravo, they get so much more hate than the white people. And like we see it on Southern Charm with Venita.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the comments about Venita, who really is like not a harmful like what's the worst that
she's
Venita
harmless.
has done on Southern Charm? Yeah, like she's
Yeah.
fun and she has such a good career and she's beautiful and she's like everyone's friend. And it's like the comments though are so hard.
Nasty.
And it's like, for them, anything that they do is looked, with a microscope.
Especially for Venita, because in Charleston, like, wow, talk about a different demographic. Like, none of those people can relate to her experience at all.
I know. I actually feel like this was like one of the first times that Kyle said something like truly important and like really added to the conversation, where he said, like, I mean, it's true. Like, usually he's just like a drunk guy, but I feel like he really took what they said and it like clicked for him. Like, wow, you're right. Like, I'm running around here on TV calling my wife a bitch. Like, if KJ was doing that, it would be such a different conversation. Like, Kyle does not have to think about any backlash, how it's going to be perceived. Even if he's getting hate, it's not even close to the hate that KJ would get if he was in that same position. And I feel like it really hit home for Kyle hearing them say that out loud. And he even posted something after the episode, again, just like reiterating like and like thanking them for having that conversation and like how impactful it has been on him. And like I think everybody needed to hear that. Like everyone there, all of us, like it was
Totally.
and I just love them all so much. Like
I do too.
Me too. Me too. And even like, I loved that like they all just like sat there and listened. They didn't try butting in or, and like Wes didn't try like defending himself against Sierra when she started speaking. Like they just listened. And I think that was also so important. They like gave them the time and the space to speak openly about that and feel comfortable speaking openly about that, because that had to be hard for them.
Totally. The rest of the season looks absolutely insane. Like, I think this is going to be go down as one of the greatest seasons in Summer House history, which is crazy for a show that's on season 10.
And it's crazy for a show that had such a shardy season last year.
I don't even remember.
Lexi and Jesse, the entire season.
Horrible.
Oh my
You're
God.
so right.
Jesse, Lindsay and Carl, it was like their
Yes.
first summer divorce, and Lindsay was pregnant.
Yeah, you're right. Well, the rest of the season looks crazy. I feel like we're going to get that Bailey and Carl kiss that was teased before the season premiered, which I'm excited to see. Also, I think we're going to get a little justice for Bailey. Like, we see a comment that Amanda makes that, like, oh, was I going to say that Ben, like, wanted to sleep with me in Italy? And I don't know if that's, like, editing, setting it up to make it seem like that's what she's saying, but I feel like the way Ben was introduced to the show was kind of with the connotation that, like, he wanted to sleep with Amanda.
Wanted to F his missus, his mate's
Yes.
missus.
Yeah. I don't think that Bailey didn't pull that out any nowhere, so
Yeah.
We were all thinking it. I also feel like we're going to get a lot more Levi, it seems like, in the rest of the season, or at least they showed us like the one scene that maybe she's in where like Bailey and Levi are confronting Dara about being in Ben's room for
And, like,
an
accusing
hour.
her, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is when Dara came to the house last weekend and like she did have a conversation with Ben in his room, if they're for some reason like harping back on that, or if there's like another moment that we haven't seen yet that comes
Maybe
up.
they saw something we didn't see, because right now I would not believe that to be true, that Dara and Ben hooked up.
I agree. She seemed like zero interest in Ben.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, totally.
I feel like Ben's one of those people that like when he's sober, he's so like wound tight, like he's a little uptight, but once he gets one drink in him, like he loves everybody. He wants to talk and like schmooze to everyone around him. Like, I mean, climbing into bed with Bailey after spin the bottle, like I was like,
Okay.
oh wow, we've come full circle. They are totally fine.
I know.
So funny. Also, we get more West and Sierra flirting. a moment is kind of teased where Wes says, like, I really effed up. Like,
I think that's a big tease.
do you think maybe he's saying that where, like, I effed up in the past with Sierra, letting her go? Or has he, like, now done something on Summer House that has, like, maybe messing up the progress that he's making with Sierra? Like, which one do you think it's going to be?
I think it's the past.
You think it's the past?
I do. I think they're like teasing us because they want us to be like, oh no, Sierra and West aren't going to be together. But I think they might have a little smoocher.
I think they're going to have a
love
smooch.
that, and that's so bad of me.
They're definitely going to have a smooch for sure. Well, next week we also have what they tease, that conversation, all dressed as old ladies, kind of like having an intervention with Amanda that maybe it's time to potentially separate from Kyle. And I'm interested to see what Amanda says to everybody that brings them to that sort of conclusion that maybe now is like the time. Because at the beginning of the season, you know, she said to, I think, Lindsay and Sarah that he fell asleep at a fan's house, and that didn't prompt like that reaction. So what is she going to tell them now that like that's kind of like their universal response? You know, I'm actually kind of scared.
I wonder if it's the DJ thing, like that. I wonder if he signs with a manager and he's gonna just be gone all the time, you know?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's that.
You're so right. And then also
Sarah's
the blow
makeup,
up.
though, was crazy.
So good.
I was like, that's a crazy face to be having that conversation. Like,
So,
jowls flapping.
The three of them, like, just, and Lindsay was there too, yeah.
I know.
Had an
The four of
oxygen
them.
mask in.
Wait, you have to go and watch.
I'm gonna
on
go watch
Bravo.
it.
They have her reveal, Sierra's reveal. She has like fake boobs that are like down.
Oh my God.
It's so good. It's
I'm so
good.
excited.
Here for that.
I'm here for that. Also, they're teasing the big blow up with Kyle and Carl, and I think that's going to be the finale of the season. Like, I feel like that's going to happen in the last episode. It's all coming to a head. Maybe they announce that they're going to do some sort of, or maybe they're just openly talking that like they're thinking about separating. But I feel like that fight with Kyle and Carl is going to be like the finale of the season, and then we'll like roll into the city from there because it has to be about Amanda.
It looks like Carl. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It looks like Carl is like saying like your marriage is falling apart or like you're losing your. He says something to that effect. So it looks like he's maybe sticking up for Amanda.
Yeah.
Good, as he should. Well, so excited to see the rest of Summer House. Thank you so much for recapping it with us. Before we let you go, we like to end every one of our episodes with something we're not mad about because we were pretty good this episode. We were pretty tame talking with you. You're so like happy and positive, but normally me and Nikki are just kind of like ripping everybody apart, being little negative Nancy. So we like to end on a positive note to just like start everyone's week off right.
Yeah.
And
Palate cleanser.
Yeah, a little palate cleanser. Yeah. And one thing that I'm not mad about, and this is like so lame, but it really changed my life today, but I'm packing for a road trip and I will be on the road trip by the time this comes out. But I got so many of those like packing cubes. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Like which ones? The ones for clothes?
Yeah, they're like little like Ziploc
Yeah.
stackable bags. I got so many of them for like, this one's just for my pajamas. This one's just for my kids' pajamas. This one's like, and just organized everything. Like I've never been more organized for a trip in my life. And honestly, I guess like that's on being a mother, you know?
Feels so good.
I've reached motherhood. I'm here.
Wait, Jill, do you know that Bree is going on a 16-hour road trip screen-free with her children?
Why?
Screen-free.
Why?
I don't know. They're just like little. So I feel like this is probably the last time that we could get away with it at 3 and 1.5. I think when they're older, it will serve more purpose than it will right now. Like the little one's just going to throw it. He's not going to care. And the older one, I feel like if we give it to him now and take it away from him at any point while we're on that trip, it's going to be, the drama of that won't be worth, you know, the hour of silence that maybe it could bring us. So wish me luck.
16 hours straight?
No, we're breaking it up. Like we're doing overnight. We're staying overnight and then, we're breaking it up.
Okay. Okay, I was like, oh my God.
But stay tuned. I'll be putting out some content about it.
Jeez.
Yes, so excited. But enough about me.
Such a
Jill,
hero.
such a hero. Jill, what is something that you're not mad about?
Okay, this kind of ties back to what we were talking about earlier, but I am not mad about the fact that I am not going to be watching this season of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I have not watched an episode. I just am like, I get like reality TV FOMO. I don't get like FOMO of going out, but I get reality TV FOMO. I like want to know everything, but I gotta like take a break from shows for a little, like, you know, I gotta do other things in my life. So it just doesn't seem interesting to me. And
You're
I'd rather
protecting your peace.
Yes, I'd rather catch up with the ladies like online, and then I can miss dad talk. Like I don't have to deal with the men. So
Jill's so smart because Dad Talk is such a large chunk of the show, and it's not anything that we want to see. It's you'll get the highlights on Instagram and TikTok.
I'm sure you've gotten the gist.
Yes. I keep up with like, you know, people who are watching it, so I really appreciate that other people are watching it so I can watch through them.
Yeah, we'll let you know if you miss anything good. We'll keep you...
yeah. If there's an episode I need to watch, I'll do
your
it.
homework. Good. Okay, my not mad about it is, Brie, I told you this already. She's not on board with me, but have you seen the compilation clip of Rob from Traders and Love is Blind talking about Beeba Doobie? Do you know who Beeba Doobie is?
No.
Okay.
It sounds like a fake word.
No, it does. And that's why it's like so fun to say Beeba Doobie. But he was asked like who his favorite artist is, who his favorite singer is, and there's like 5 clips of him talking about Beeba Doobie. It's this singer, and I was like, I've got to turn this on and see like what this is all about, because he had described it as like indie. It's happy, but it feels happy, but it's like sad songs. And I started listening to Beeba Doobie, and I have not turned her off since I've started. It's been 3 straight days from the moment I wake up till like it's time to turn Alexa off.
Wait, who is she? Like, where is she from? Is she from, like, is she an American artist?
Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. But if Brie tried her and wasn't a fan, if I can recommend one song to start you with, it would be Beaches.
Beaches.
Yes. So Maddie is Jill. Let me know. Brie, you have 16
Beeba
hours
Doobie.
in the car to listen to Beeba Doobie. I'm sure you could find one song that you like.
I'll throw it on for sure.
But my life has been changed for the better.
For good.
Yeah.
And on that note, guys, thank you so much. Jill, thank you
Jill,
so
pimp
much.
yourself out. Where can everybody find you, follow you?
Yeah, I'm at Jill Badlotto everywhere, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I'm over there talking about reality TV.
Oh, the best. And we'll put your name in our show notes too, so you guys can check her out there too.
Of course, give her a follow, show her some love. You won't be mad about it. Thank you so much for coming on our podcast. We really appreciate it. You are the best. And we will see everybody next Monday. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye. Good luck, Brie.
Yeah.
Thank you.